now starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Albans. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Through different eyes.
Yo, 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 this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
Dan Albans here.
That's right, he's back in studio. It's been 3 months or so, and wow, man, he is alive. He is back in the studio. It's energetic. The atmosphere in here is electric, and the show's going to be fantastic tonight just because of that fact. Mr. Albans, how are you, sir?
I am excellent, my friend, man. I am so happy to actually be here.
Dude.
I've been looking forward to this. I was very patient, doing the right thing.
Right.
We still continued on. We still did it. But now I'm back in the seat. We're right here getting it done. So we got that energy again right here in the studio. This is exciting.
Dude, it's episode 75. Albans back. Yeah! What about that, man?
That's right, man. And what a perfect time. Being born in 1975, this all makes sense to me.
There it is. The universe works in mysterious ways. 2 kids from PG County imagine to take every lemon served to them and make the most delicious lemonade this side of Mississippi. That's right.
That's right. Let's have a sip of that lemonade, shall we?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it, dude. Double tap. Woo! Now that's an old time classic right there, man. This one's for you, sir. Welcome back, my friend.
Yes, you too, buddy. Thank you. Oh man, that's good.
Dude, it tastes so good.
Wow.
When it passes my lips, I just thought it just tastes so good.
All righty. We are here, man. We are here. We are, as always, bringing you exceptional content on a weekly basis.
Dude, I'm jazzed tonight, man. I'm super stoked. First up, let's shout out last week's guest, Musical Osmosis, Nick Catsource, Odell Norman, Super Pros, the Podfather and his sidekick. They were here on the show doing what they do, talking with us and talking music, and it was just a surreal, awesome experience. And shout out to those 2 fine fellows, man.
Oh yeah, they have cleared the path, helped us right along, which is so incredibly awesome of them.
Right, we're forever indebted, man.
Oh, yeah.
I tell everybody, how'd you get going, man? I said, dude, I got lined up with the right people, and we had meetings, and I listened, took advice. We talked back and forth, and here we are, man.
That's right.
I love it, dude. And to have Nick say, man, I love your show. You guys are super original. It's what you need to hear, man, because that guy just don't hand out that compliment. No. So, I mean, that's all I needed to hear. And, of course, for everybody that's just tuning in, and we'll give a refresher, our show's about music talk radio. We're talking local music, Southern Maryland, all the blue-collar musicians out there grinding it out on a weekly basis, playing music for the local Southern Maryland scene. And, of course, since coronavirus has come around, everything's been shut down. But our innovative Southern Maryland musicians have been live streaming, have been keeping the social media pumping. So it's kind of like the only things that have been missing are the shows. People want them back, but people want them back safe. So I think when everything returns normal and shows come back, it's going to be awesome because the demand is going to be there and everybody's going to just want to taste live music. So all the bands, I'm telling you now, get your guys together, get your plans, stay sharp. Don't let the downtime now downturn you and let your game get off. Start preparing and get ready because even the couple little venues that can have people playing acoustic, I see the normal guys booking gigs already.
Yeah, they're already starting to pop up. Some of these shows have already happened. And they're just, that's it. It's on its way.
Right, and I think next week we're going to fire up the show back to standard format. I'm going to reach out to I got one guy already booked. I'll tease that now. His name's Bronco. Everybody's seen him posting around lately, but he's got some cool stuff coming up that he's releasing on Southern Maryland, and I'll leave it like that. Nice. But I've been talking to him, and I need to get one more band for next week's show, and then we got a full show slated. So I think it's going to be kind of cool. We're going to bring it back, and I think episode 76 is when we'll launch back into that because there'll be some stuff happening. I just seen enough this week to go, yeah, we're back with Alban this week. It's your episode tonight. Next week, we're back with the scene, and it's going to be awesome. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling, man.
Hey, that's what we're doing, then.
Sweet, man. Well, dude, what have you been up for the last week, man? What have you gotten into? What do you want to share that we got real quick?
In the last week, I have resumed band practice in the last week for the first time in almost 3 months.
Oh, wow.
So
you must have heeded the advice before I even thought of it.
I mean, we constantly still talk every week, but we finally made the decision that we could get together, which we did, and we were a little nervous at first about how rusty it was going to be, not because of getting together, because everybody's been responsible. And, man, it came right out, and everything felt fantastic. So there's a lot of promise and hope for that. Everybody kind of worked on their stuff individually over the last couple of months, and I can only do so much because I'm gonna say something unpopular, but hey, playing bass by yourself for months, it's pretty boring.
I take offense to that.
Well, you think I would too, but I've done it, and now I deem it boring.
Well, you know what? That brings up a good point. I won't get too far off track, but that hangs into what I've been doing for the last week. For the last week, man, I've kind of dove into my bass playing more than I ever have.
There you go.
Because I've been doing so much other stuff. First I was on that jazz kick.
Yeah.
Burned that out, dude. I full throttled that thing for like 2.5 weeks straight. Got a couple licks down. Just burned it out. And I went back to playing metal again because I downloaded the drum back. And this past week, man, I just dove into the bass. And just, I'm into it now, man. I'm so
good.
So that's what I'm going to be doing. So you saying that was like, I'm like, how can you say that? That's nuts. No, because right now I'm like full throttle. That's what I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah, I'll check back in with you in 3 months.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it, dude. I get it. I've been playing bass my whole life. I know.
It's so much more fun with other people.
I go in phases.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, guitars are fun by yourself. Basses are a little different by yourself.
You got to set up the right groove.
Yeah.
And just get jamming. You got to have a little technology cranking to really enjoy a bass like that.
Yeah,
I will say that.
Which I don't because I'm,
I know, you're
I'm
old
a dinosaur.
School. Yeah, I know. I get it. But that's cool. That's what I've been up to, too. So that kind of ties into it. So,
yeah.
Dude, let's do it, man. Let's talk about this week's show. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, dude. So we're back up. Higgy was off last week. He had undercover, had something going on. We all know what's happening. Higgy was busy last week.
Right.
But he's back this week. We're going to get him cranking on the phone system. We'll have him on for Higgy on the Beat. We can talk Southern Maryland Chronicle and everything Southern Maryland. After we hang up with Higgy, we'll chit-chat for a hot sec. Then we're going to get on Sean Kirkpatrick for Sean in 60 Seconds, and that's going to be the standard show this week.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to all those segments. It's going to be fun, and that's going to be an awesome standard show. And to play on last week's theme about having another podcast on, I reached out to my good friends in the Southern Maryland podcasting market, District Bar Talk, and they're going to come on with us in the featured guest spot the second half of the show, and we're going to talk about their show because I've been on their show one time. Great guys. I know them all. They do good, fantastic, and they talk everything about a bar. They're bar talk radio, where we're music talk radio. So it kind of coincides. We're going to talk to them. And
I've got some questions for those guys.
Yeah. It's a different dynamic, but I figure, 3 personalities plus our 2 personalities, that's 5 personalities on one phone call. Conversation's going to get interesting. It's going to get raw. And you know what? Let's see what happens. It's just a conversation.
That's it.
So, that's episode 75. We got Alban back, man. What do you think, man?
You know what I think, man. I am just excited to be here. I'm ready for this. We're back to normal over here. We've gotten creative with our content over the last few weeks, which we had to. That's what we do.
Right.
We're not going to disappoint anybody and not be here. We're going to make it happen. So I'm ready, man. I love being in the chair. I can look over at you. We can have that energy again. I'm not just,
Right.
I don't want.
Dude, it's ecstatic, man.
I don't want to give up too much, but I'm great, man. I'm great.
Yeah, dude, we're cranking, man. It's the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio, my friend. That newspaper right there on your desk is still got the fold out in it from our announcement when we won Best.
That's right. That's,
All right. I mean, wow, dude. Dude, what would we... That's awesome, man.
First time out.
Exactly, man.
Wait till we are 10 years running.
Wow, dude, the pressure's on this year. Whoa. Dude, and we're doing it through Corona, too, so that should matter when people come to vote again.
There you go. When they come to vote again.
Right. I mean, dude, you got to think about that.
That's right.
But no, I'm excited. We're here, Southern Maryland. We're not going anywhere. If anybody is accusing us, we're stubborn. You know? So, I mean, you play bass your whole life. You're stubborn.
I'm stubborn. Good point. Good point.
God, yeah, man.
Yeah, we're not out of here until they shut the phone system off, buddy.
Pull the plug.
That's right.
Where's Smetco at?
And even then, we're just still going to talk. You just won't be able to hear it.
Right, exactly. Awesome, dude. All right, dude. Let's get cranking. Let's get the phone system cranking. Let's get David Higgins on for Higgy on the beat. What do you think, buddy?
I'm ready, man.
Dude, give me some soothing tones, sir.
All right. We've got David Higgins from the Southern Maryland Chronicle right here on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, episode 75.
Ooh, it's ringing. I hope he picks up.
That old bit never dries up.
Nope.
Good evening, gurus.
Hey, Higgy, it's Dan. What's happening, buddy?
What's going on, brother?
Dude, the show's electric tonight, man. We just had the most kick-ass monologue ever. It's episode 75. Albans back. He's in studio. We got the show cranking. We're back to full strength. We're energized, and we're ready, man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, but so you're telling me it took 75 episodes for you to get it right?
Hey, man, we're a work in progress. Hey, man, we're just like the government. Work in progress, brother.
375.
That's 250 years, roughly.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. So Albans here. Say hi, Mr. Albans.
Mr. Higgins, how are you, sir?
Not bad. Busy as all get out, but I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing exceptionally well myself, my friend. Thanks for asking. But I'm glad you're busy. That's a good thing, as always. We look forward to what we've got from you tonight. I can't wait to hear all about it. Missed you last week. I've been enjoying the old format because when we're on the phone together, man, it sounds so nice.
Yeah.
All right, Higgy. Dude, let's jump into it, man. What's Higgy on the beat got this week, buddy?
All right, good evening, Southern Maryland. I'm Dave Higgins for Higgy on the Beat, coming to you live from the Southern Maryland Chronicle newsroom. This weekend will be in the mid to upper 80s with plenty of sunshine. And it's back, the 12-pack 10-ounce sampler. So let's get started with what's on tap this weekend in Southern Maryland.
Yeah!
On Friday, 8 p.m., Taboo will be at Toots Bar in Hollywood, Maryland. On Saturday, Rick Hayes will be at Running Hair Vineyard and Winery in Prince Frederick. Hold on one second. I didn't put the time on that one.
Sure.
He will be there at 2 p.m.
All right.
And on Sunday, June 7th at 3 p.m., Greg Barrick will be at Dockside Restaurant Sports Bar in Deal. And literally, as I'm telling you this, Mr. Lynn Arion, the person who puts together the music schedule, is texting me a couple of late entries.
Oh, wow. Ooh, breaking
We
news.
have Sunday at 1 p.m., Gilligan's Pier, Billy Eager, Teddy Custer, and Steve Roby.
Yeah, nice. Those guys.
And then Tiki Solomons will be having live music this weekend. They don't have a schedule, but here's their they have a schedule, but not a lineup.
All right.
It's going to be Thursday 5 to 8, Friday 3 to 6 and 7 to 10. Same thing on Saturday 3 to 6, 7 to 10, and Sunday 12 to 3, 4 to 7.
Oh,
That's your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler for this weekend, courtesy of Lynn Arion. Make sure you're following all the guidelines when you're out there. We don't want anybody having to get busted for, not following these guidelines. We just got the places back open. So just get out there, have fun, make sure you're safe.
Oh, yeah, man.
Awesome,
Dude,
man.
Dude, that's a surprise to the schedule to me, man. That's awesome news this week.
Yeah.
We'll be back with it. More will be back next week. I guarantee it.
Yeah, we're getting everything slowly back. Some of the places were not able to open up right away because they may have not had outside seating. They had, had inside seating.
Right.
But to get the outside seating, the different counties' planning departments and health departments were working with them for plans on how they could expand parking lots and things like that, road closures. But then they also had to go through the liquor board to make sure that their license would cover for outside liquor sales.
Right.
So there was a little bit of a process. A lot of places, like I know Last Drop is opening up this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Because they had to get approved for outdoor seating in their area. So there's a couple other places throughout the counties that had to deal with that, but we're going to see a lot more places opening up this weekend. In fact, this morning, Tuesday, our person that does our restaurant reviews, she went through the entire weekend and found out all the restaurants in each of the counties that are opened up for outdoor dining, and we have the spreadsheets on the website.
Oh, nice, man. Now that's the kind of research I love.
Yeah. Well, she did it originally when everything was pushed back to just carryouts. So you can actually, I have these uploaded to Script, and you can actually download these from the website, keep them on your phone if you're looking for anywhere to go.
That's it, Southern Maryland. Stay smart out there and stay full.
Yep. All right, let's get into a little bit of music history. 1942, Glenn Wallach launched Capitol Records in the USA. The label became home to such artists as Frank Sinatra, the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Eddie Cochran, Gene Vincent, Bobby Darin, Dean Martin, Glenn Campbell, Steve Miller, Dr. Hook, Bob Seger, Tina Turner, Hart, and countless others. Wallach was the man who invented the art of record promotion by sending copies of new releases to disc jockeys.
Gotcha.
1967, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Procol Harum, Denny Lane, and the Chiffons all appeared at the Savile Theatre in London. Both Paul McCartney and George Harrison were in the audience to see Hendrix perform the title track from Sgt. Pepper, which had been released just 3 days earlier.
Holy shit, man. That's a room to be in.
Hey, but when you got Paul McCartney and George Harrison in your audience, you know you made it.
Yep. Check. Check.
1984, Bruce Springsteen released the album Born in the USA, which became the best-selling album of 1985 in the United States and also Springsteen's most successful album ever. The album produced a record-tying string of top 10 hits, tied with Michael Jackson's Thriller and Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation 1814. And in 2019, Jay-Z was crowned the first hip-hop billionaire after building a huge business empire. The rapper had stakes in fashion, a sports management company, and the taxi app Uber. And as part owner of the streaming service's Tidal, showed, according to Forbes, his net worth conservatively totals $1 billion.
Nice. Good for him, man.
A few born-ons today. In 1944, Michelle Gillum from the American folk rock vocal group The Mamas and the Papas, who had the 1965 hit California Dreamin', the 66 U.S. #1 single Monday Monday, and the 67 hit Dedicated to the One I Love, was born. 1974, Stephen Lessard, bassist of the Dave Matthews Band, who had the 1998 U.S. #1 album Before These Crowded Streets and the 2001 U.S. #1 album Every Day. Dave Matthews Band are the first group to have 6 consecutive studio albums debut at the top of the U.S. charts. And in 1990, Zachary Farrow, drummer from the American rock band Paramore, who had the 2009 UK #1 album Brand New Eyes and their 2013 self-titled 4th studio album hit #1 on the US charts. Quick look over at Facebook birthdays. I don't have any musicians this week, so make sure you guys are sending me or the gurus any birthdays so we can get some shout-outs for you.
Damn right. Send them in. Send them in.
And that's your weekly wrap on music news. Be sure to check me out on Facebook.com/Higgy on the Beat. And as always, follow the Chronicle on Facebook at Facebook.com/SOMD Chronicle or SouthernMarylandChronicle.com for all your local, state, and regional news, weathers, and sports.
Wow, dude. That's Higgy on the beat, man. You came back, man. I love it.
We're starting to get that little bit of music back in there. It's filling it out some.
Yeah, it almost felt like normal. I love it.
I know.
It was close. Hey, thanks to Lynn Arion for throwing those last few ones in.
Yeah.
I told him that we tape at 7, so he busted them right to me right before you called.
I love it, man.
We thank Lynn for everything he does. He really.
Yes, sir. Hey, he kept everybody up to date with all the virtual music going on.
That's right.
Yeah, and our show,
he didn't have to do a music schedule, but he got a few of them, and I think he missed 1 week, right when everything happened. But then right after that, every week he was consistently putting out all the virtual shows.
Wow. Yeah, and he was definitely putting us out there on that schedule. So shout out Lynn Arion.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that dude's been to every show possible. I mean, literally.
I literally, you see it on his Facebook every day. He puts up tickets. I'm like, when are you going to run out of tickets?
I don't think you will.
I did. I kind of book him to come on, man, but I know if we book him, it's going to take 3 hours.
That's fine.
Hey, he can do the 10 ounce 12 pack sampler.
Wow.
Dude, now we got something to do.
Yeah. It was so good to hear that phrase this week.
I know, man.
Yes.
Wow.
It was.
I didn't put it purposely in my script because I wanted to surprise you.
I love it.
Nice. Well done. Look at you, you sly fox.
I love it, dude. Higgy on the beat. He's just surprising us. He was undercover last week doing what Higgy does. We don't need to know about it. It's cool. But if it's all good here, brother, we love it.
All right, guys, we have a great show. I got to get back in the newsroom. We got something brewing. Have a great show, and I will talk to you guys next week.
All right, Higgy.
All right, sir.
We'll check you
All right,
later.
see you later, guys.
See ya. Ooh, love that sound.
Hey, I don't hear that sound anymore.
Oh, man, the phone system. Cranking them out, man.
Man, to hear that phrase, the 10-ounce 12-pack sampler. Man, I was like, what? Hold on. I grabbed the script. I said, hold on a second. Gotten so used to really just not needing
The format,
it.
I know.
Really, because
right. I know you want to hear it.
I looked up. Holy, what? Okay. Well, that's great that he got, Lynn put that together. He pumping out stuff the last second, too. Like, hey, I got something else. Perfect timing. Got to get it on the air.
Right.
So.
All right. So for people at home right now, what Higgy does, with Higgy on the beat, is he sends us a summary sheet of what he's going to be doing on the spot so we can follow along and we know what's happening. It's called pre-production materials. So we have those, and half the time Albans going, I'm going in being surprised. I'm in, right? Well, you know me, I got to know.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. It's just real cool. Shout out to Higgy. Shout out Southern Maryland Chronicle. Higgy on the beat. He's committed to the show. We're committed to the Chronicle. The bond has never been better. And I just highly suggest everybody go there for your news because it's not fake news. It's just the news with no opinion.
Right.
And that's Higgy on the beat, man.
Yeah. A lot of hard work goes into what he does.
Yep.
Making sure that he puts out what's factual.
That's true. Yeah. That's very true. So, dude, we got a couple minutes. Let's chit-chat real quick.
Sure.
And then we'll fire Sean up on the phone system and get him cranking.
All right.
So like I said, for the past week, man, I've just been bass, dude, just cranking it to the point where, and I'll say it on air and see if he's listening. I'll let him send me a message. I almost sent Mike Maroney a message going, dude, man, let's do a video call. I need some slap technique help because I know he can do it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'll back off because he might think I'm a freaking weirdo. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
No. I wouldn't.
Because all of a sudden I just hit him up. Hey, dude, you want to do slap technique?
Yeah, reach out to it, man. He's available. I mean, available. Like he's always willing to.
Right, I know. I'm gonna send that message, man. But that's how deep diving I'm into it, mate. You know how my emotions go. You know how I plow into things, dude. So I'm like the Kool-Aid guy going, oh yeah.
I know how you get.
So I'm into mode, man. So I just really want to tighten up my technique and just have someone just be like, no, dude, you gotta do it like this, just go under that teaching, I think, man.
Okay.
I think that's what I want to do. What do you think, man? Because you don't slap that much. That's not your thing.
I
It's
don't.
never been your thing.
It's never been my thing. I can do just enough for accents here and there, just if it's necessary. But it's not. I don't do anything where it's necessary. I'm a run and gun, Getty Lead, end whistle, John Paul Jones kind of bass player.
I gotcha. I mean, I'm that guy too. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but I just want that technique in my arsenal so I can jam.
Sure. I mean, it's a good
I'm
idea.
always
I mean,
looking to crank it up, but I don't want to make the wrong technique decisions either. So that's why I figured I'd send him a message.
if you're going to decide to hone a technique, you definitely don't want to learn the bad habits.
Right. I mean, I think I can do. I got a couple rhythms I can do. I still got to tighten up the thumb action, and that's what really I need them for. Is what exercise do you do to get ready to do it? Because there's other things that go into it. I'd love to get his take on it. But then again, I haven't sent the message yet. I thought I'd bring it up here in conversation because I figured it just get you going, and it did.
I would say do it because there's a whole subculture of community support when it comes to bass players that people don't even know about.
Right.
It's an awesome thing.
I could send George a message too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I could do that too. I mean, I could send a couple people.
You
Get
can-
a couple
anybody-
takes.
all
I know,
these
but
guys.
I mean, I don't want to bother people.
You're not bothering anybody.
Dude, you don't know, man. But it's all good. That's what's going on. So I'm deep diving bass. That's what I'm into. Of course, I still will do the Guitar of the Week coming up for next week. That is happening. So that will be part of next week's show, Guitar of the Week. So I look forward to that. I'm definitely going to jam that out. But right now, I'm in the mode, bass mode, doing different bass lines.
Yeah.
I'm cranking. And that's my world right now. I know you're kind of just up in arms right now because of what the situation is. But what advice can you give me?
Just play every day.
Well, I do that
even
anyway.
If you don't feel like it.
I do that. I do that. You know me. I do that every day.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, reaching out for others for technique help. You know,
I would say, when you're so used to playing guitars for so long, and you used to play bass, but it's not as often, you find that you really need to stretch more. Those stretching techniques are vital, man.
Right.
Or if
I'm already on that beat.
Yeah, because if you don't do that, you're playing for about 10 minutes, and you're just like, oh my god.
Oh, you'll cramp up real quick.
I can't,
dude,
I'm done.
I'll tell you this too. So when I played in the Johnson Road Revival band with Scotty back in 2015, 2016, real quick, I could jam all those songs back to back to back on a bass. Play a set.
Yeah.
No problem. Cranking, right?
Yeah.
Ain't playing bass in so long. I didn't even make it through the first song.
Wow.
That's the fact.
Yeah.
And I have the courage to say that. A lot of guys be like, oh, dude, I'm not good at the part.
No, I'll straight up tell you.
Dude, it owned me, man, because I haven't been, like you said, you don't stretch. You got to use more hand muscle to play bass than guitar. Mm-hmm. So those muscles just relaxed away, because you don't use them. And then, dude, wow, man. And I think that's what really got my urge going, oh, shit, man, I lost that. And it kind of made me upset.
Right.
Because I had it for so long and it was just perfect. Now I'm mad I lost it, so I got to build back up to it.
It just doesn't come right, but you have to work back at it.
Right.
Get it all stretched back out.
I'm hoping this conversation we're having with other musicians here, I feel like they can relate. And it's okay to talk about, too.
It is. There's no shame in it. You can't play, your hands aren't stretched. Whatever. You still know what to play and what you want to play.
Right. You just can't communicate the message.
I mean, God, if the ice cream man came down the road, I'm not running out to him because I know I ain't ran in a while.
Right.
I'm going to walk gingerly and wait for him to turn around and come back on his return.
Right.
I'll catch him the next time.
Right.
So it's the same thing, I used to be able to run my, ass off. Now, the only thing I run is my mouth.
Right. Hey, man.
I'm not ashamed. I've lost it.
Right. So I'm building back up, I'm doing those exercises again, and I thought I'd bring it up just to give every other guy that's out there that's jamming multiple instruments the knowledge. Hey, man, don't shy away from one too long.
No.
Because I really did for my bass for a while. I shied away for a good 6-7 months.
Right.
So now I feel like I'm at the ground level again to build up.
Yeah. So
and it's like, man.
All I can give you, my only advice is that stretching techniques and just keeping the dexterity in your hands. You got to work on that.
Yeah.
That's why I play for at least 10-15 minutes a day, no matter what, even if I'm bored to death from doing it.
Right.
It's just so I don't lose my nimble fingers,
And also, I've been doing finger picking, playing, and playing with a pick too, doing both of them.
Yeah,
because sometimes I can play different parts better with a pick than I can plucking them with my fingers, and it just kills me because I know back in the day I could play that shit.
Right.
It's like,
I'm
wow,
glad,
man.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because
right, yeah, let's talk about that.
In the last year or so, for me, I've never used a pick. I've always been finger thumping.
Right.
But here in the last year, I've found myself using a pick more often on some songs more than because my hands aren't what they used to be, man.
Right, and the tempos.
That pick saves me if I got to play for a few hours.
Right. Oh yeah, dude, I can only imagine.
So once I hit a couple songs on the pick, I'm feeling okay, and then I'll get back to the finger picking, and then I'll switch back a little bit later. Just because if I don't do that, it's not it's not like it used to be where I didn't ever need that.
Right.
So yeah, I'm relying on that.
Yeah.
So it's okay to play with a pick.
Dude, I'm digging it, man. Like I said, man, it's like, I don't know, maybe because if you do put something away for a while, when you do come back to it, the love of what you had with it, when it rushes back into you and makes you fall in love with it again, I think there's something to that, man.
There is.
You
There
know, I
absolutely
mean,
is,
I don't
man.
know. I'm just, that's what I got on my brain. Like right now, I'm like, dude, as
Right.
soon as the show's done, if I get edited done quick enough, I might be able to fucking do a couple lines. Right?
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Bass.
right, exactly. Come on, man. Shit.
Let's clarify that.
Oh yeah, bass guitar lines,
Yes.
funky lines,
Funky
bringing down the
lines.
funk,
Right.
You know, and hanging down the low end. But dude, the real love of the instrument is there for me, and I feel like I need to broadcast and tell people about it. If you have something in the closet you haven't played in a while, this might be the time to pick that bitch up
Sure.
and check it out.
Absolutely.
and jam on it, man. Because I'm having the time of my life.
That's
man.
what I did with the acoustic over the last 3 months. That was my okay, I fell back in love with playing acoustic again.
I get it.
So that was my thing. It sits there and I'll stare at it, pick it up. And I don't have a tuba anymore, but I'm sure if I got back in that, it'd be rusty as hell. But be
Dude,
willing to
those
give it a
instruments are
shot.
cool, but God, man, you can only practice them certain times a day. No one wants to hear them.
No.
And it's just too much anymore, man. Sorry
Yeah.
about it, but they're awesome. I'll say that, dude. Dude, there's nothing cool in hearing someone play tuba, trumpet, trombone.
Yep.
Especially if they can get it, because I just admire that they had the due diligence, the practice to get it, because it's not those aren't your easy instruments to pick up
No.
to practice.
Not at all. I
You
mean,
got a plan.
I was band president in high school senior year.
Oh,
and
wow.
I rocked the trombone. Insert jokes here. I know y'all are thinking.
Trombone,
But I was damn good with the trombone. And I really like playing it.
right.
Those are bass instruments. You're holding down the bass notes.
Right.
Love it, dude. Love
That's
it.
cool, man. Man,
So good for you, man, for picking that old 4-string Bandit back up and
Yeah, man.
getting back on the old horse.
right. So that's that's the chit chat this week. Get out an instrument you haven't played in a while, fall in love with it again, put some new strings on it, just take care of it, and see what happens, man. You might write something that you might not forget, man.
That's right.
That's how that shit works,
You
man.
never know when inspiration is going to strike.
Cool. All right, dude, let's transition. Let's get Sean Kirkpatrick on the phone system. Let's get him cranking. It's Sean in 60 seconds. We're going to find out what happened in his world this past week and see what's up with Sean. What do you think, man?
I can't wait. Let's do it.
Dude, once again, soothing tones, sir.
Soothing Tones. It's Sean Kirkpatrick with Sean in 60 seconds right here on The Gurus.
Ooh, it's ringing. I hope he picks up. Come on, Sean.
Good evening, Gurus.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing, dude?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys?
Motherfucking fantastic, because Albans in the house. He's back in studio, brother.
You got to hear it.
Uh-oh.
I'm back in the house, my man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing much better now that I can hear you better.
You can hear me better now. Yeah. These last few months, I should say, have been different. But the phone's different, but I can hear you fine, man. You sound great. I love the. I'm gonna call us the Bee Gees because we've got the buttery goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, there
Trio
it
of
is.
buttery goodness is back in the
Yeah.
house.
So, man, dude, this is awesome, man. I'm super excited tonight. So
Hell yeah. Me too.
don't let me ramble. This is your time, sir.
Yeah, so take us through Sean's world and Sean in 60 seconds.
Well, guys, as I'm sure you were aware, last weekend they decided to open up a bunch of restaurants and outdoor seating areas for people to convene
Right.
and do shows. And I actually got to play a show in front of people.
Oh,
On Sunday.
Bastard. Nice.
I know.
Where at, dude?
It was at this place called Dockside up in Deal. We
yeah.
played from 3 to 7, and these I can't remember their names. I think the guy's name was Dennis, but they were a videography crew from Channel 4 News.
Oh, wow.
They were just stopping by to get lunch, and they saw that we were doing a show, and it ended up, coming up and talking to us and stuff.
Nice. Did you promote the show?
Of course.
Yes.
All
Give me some details, dude. I need to hear.
Well, I mean, I told him about the podcast that airs every Thursday, and I told him, I don't know how much of that stuff actually ended up on the segment, because I haven't
gotcha.
actually watched the Channel 4 News, or I don't even know when they're going to air it, or if they're going to air it. They were just talking about pitching it, so.
I got you. Yeah, hey, man, that's still cool. It's information. I like
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, man. So
right.
yeah, that was the Girl Crush, or Hannah's not so acoustic quartet.
Nice. It's evolving. It's evolving back into the same band that y'all broke.
Not quite. The set list is different for that, and it's way more relaxed and not so rigid
not
and
serious.
Production stuff.
I got you. Yeah.
It's actually a lot. It's actually really refreshing to get to do that, and then jump back and forth between that and then like the big time production stuff where it's very like that stuff is almost stressful now to the point where like the work is almost never done. It seems like.
Yeah, the job factor's coming in big time to play in it.
Yeah, when you're doing all that behind the scenes production stuff and trying to pay for a van and doing all this business crap, it's like, what the fuck?
Sucks the fun rate the fuck out of it. That's what happens.
It really does.
Wow.
Adulting 101. Life's fucked.
Right. Taxes.
Oh, yeah. Definitely that first.
My God.
Shit, man.
Fucking taxes.
You don't even learn to shit your pants before they give you a number.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
Fuck, that's a conversation another day. So, dude,
I'm still trying to figure out how to shit my pants.
Right. So you played the show Sunday. How was it to be behind the kit, though? Talk about that experience. What was it like that first song when the first beat was going down and you were just in the zone?
Well, so first off, I wasn't actually behind my kit. Like I said, it's the not so acoustic quartet trio, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Girl Crush. So I was just playing my sample pad. I didn't have any acoustic kit in front of me. It was just the 9 pads or whatever. But I enjoy doing that just as much as playing with a real kit.
All right.
At this point, just it's even easier almost, and I just kind of just relax and don't have to worry about too much as far as velocity and stuff like that. You just do your rudiments and have fun. The first song, and like leading up to the first song, I was a little nervous just because it's been a while. I knew we were gonna be fine. It was just like you have so many songs to the point where like you can't sit there and be like, oh yeah, I remember every single song on my set list. I can ramble them off right now and put them into a playlist and listen to them and study them right now. And it's like I don't know. I don't even have a copy of the set list for Girl Crush.
Wow.
No, it's probably buried in my email somewhere, but it doesn't matter because like the way that we play the songs and the way that I do the songs on the sample pad it's totally my own thing. Like it's really weird.
You got a lot
just
of
try
freedom
and get through it.
That's a lot of freedom you got to just do play how you want to play.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get as close as you can to the record, but I mean, you're limited with that sample pad, so
yeah.
I mean,
but at the same time, like you said, there is an element of freedom to that as well.
Yeah, there is. I know it's limited, but it's limited freedom. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. I'm back. You can tell I'm back.
Love it.
So, dude, like, how was the crowd? What was that like?
The crowd was like obviously there wasn't. Well, I mean, people were dancing in their seats or whatever, but like they had the chairs set up in the lawn, and the bar was actually it was an outdoor bar. They had an inside area as well, but you weren't allowed to go in there. Obviously, it was just the way to go to the bathroom, come back out. Outside, you didn't have to wear a mask. It's not like nobody had to really wear one outside, but I saw a lot of people were still wearing one, and especially some of the older people that were there. And I mean, they were still having a great time, and there was definitely some social distancing issues. I'll have to say, some people were getting a little too close, but it's probably the same group of people they've been hanging around with this whole time.
Exactly. If you're doing that with the people at your same table, that those people you're good to go.
Yeah.
You just don't grab some stranger and start trying to do the Charleston.
Right.
I
guess it was pretty neat because they didn't have any security or anything like that. They didn't need to. It was just like little clusters of people all over the place, and it never got out of hand.
No, that's awesome, man. Great. And the weather was perfect. It was a beautiful day, man.
It was. It really was. We had a great time.
I'm green over here, man. I'm a little green.
What's happening?
I'm sorry.
Hey, you did it, man. That's great. I'm glad to hear that you guys had a good show and got to get out and stretch out a little bit, you know.
Are y'all doing it this weekend?
I haven't gotten any news about this weekend yet. Like I said, last weekend was so last minute. I didn't even find out about the shows until Thursday.
Wow.
And I mean, I've just been on like farm mode for the past 3 months. Like I've gotten to the point now where I'm waking up without an alarm at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's fucking awful.
Adulting 101.1.
Right.
Right.
Well, do me a favor, my man. I need you to take extra precaution tomorrow, okay? It's
yeah?
It's going to be 95 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just ruin your night?
Well, okay, so it's not that bad because of the way that we have the schedule set up for the horses. I'm actually off during the hottest part of the day.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I usually work from like 6 a.m. till noon, and then I'll be off until about 4 or 5 o'clock.
Oh, perfect.
And then I'll go down and feed and turn them back out again.
That's great. That's perfect.
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
the way to get it done, man. Start early, get it over
That's
with.
right.
Yeah.
If you ain't up before 5:30, you slept half your day away. That's what my dad always said.
Damn right.
Yeah. I can even see that. I can see the sunlight behind my eyelids when I'm sleeping now. It's
Oh.
awful.
God, man. Terrible, dude. The corona fallout
It's
continues.
giving you superpowers. So,
I don't know if these are superpowers or if they're just adulting powers.
well, sometimes those powers are pretty super. So,
Yep.
They are, actually, now that I think about it.
yeah, man. Hell yeah. Take it from a parent. We're all superheroes.
Well, I don't intend on being a parent anytime soon, but I will do my best to adult.
That's cool.
We love you for it.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, what else you got before we cut loose? We're up against it. We got a big-time featured guest this week. It's a good buddy of mine's show called District Bar Talk. Another big podcast.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, another big podcast in Southern Maryland. So if you want me to get in a question, what do you got?
Oh, shit. I didn't even prepare myself for this.
Yeah, I set you up.
Don't worry. I
Yeah,
don't
it's all
either.
good.
All right, that's cool. I'll handle it. You know, me and Alban are doing the interview. You'll get all the answers.
Yeah.
You guys get to have all the fun, man.
Well, yeah, that's why
I feel
we
like
do
I
this.
feel like I would just go off on a tangent with somebody if I got to interview them.
No.
We'd end up sitting there talking about beer or something.
You know, we can talk shop when we get together again for the first time.
Right.
We'll tell you all the secrets of how to handle that situation.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do like a little workshop episode.
We
How to
need,
be
we
an
need that.
interviewer.
That'd be great.
A workshop.
man. Workshop.
Yeah, I'll talk to Keith at Island. There it is.
Yeah, we'll do it there, man.
Yep.
So.
Cool. All right.
yeah.
All right, Sean. Hey, dude, keep it real this week. Stay safe. We'll be back with you next week. You're good for next week, right?
Yeah, I'm always trying to be here, man. I love being back.
All right, cool, because next week is when we launch back into the standard format, all right?
Awesome.
Cool.
Can't wait.
Awesome. Super duper. We'll talk then, all right, buddy?
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Be safe, my friend. All right.
All right. See
All
ya.
right, peace. Bye. There it is, man.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
Right.
Dude. You can tell we've done this a couple times.
Just a couple times. Well, dude, that was super duper.
Super
duper.
Yeah, we've been pent up, locked up too long here, man.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep, that's it, dude. But no, that was an awesome segment. Sean had brought it, the noise, like always, man. He's always got something for us. He keeps it fresh every week. I'm telling you, man, when we made that deal with him to be on the show, man, it was like all the energies were at the right place at the right time, and it was just perfect, man.
Absolutely, man. And he got to play a show last weekend, man.
Yeah.
That was great to hear about that, man.
Right, man.
Makes me happy.
Well, dude, it's that time, man. You ready to take a break? Get reset?
I'm definitely ready for a break, man.
Cool. It's what we're got coming up is District Bar Talk, Southern Maryland podcast. Good buddy Jeff Butler, Buster Williams, and Rick Mattingly. They've been in the game. They started, I think, about 4 months after us. They actually contacted me, and I was helping them out. So we'll talk about it, but they did it almost on their own. They're good dudes. They're cool. But it's going to be an awesome interview. I look forward to it. But that's what's coming up after the break. Then we'll chit-chat and then send it home, man. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Dude, it's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We'll be right back after this.
Yo, 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 Alban, let's talk construction.
All right, Mr. Harsher, what's up?
Our good friends at Allied Renovations can offer the best value when it comes to replacing your home's exterior, whether it be your roof or facade. Did you know that?
How does he do it?
Streamlined operations. Jesse and his team have been part of the roofing community since 2015. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, Jesse has some of the deepest roots in our community. Did you know that?
Why does that matter?
Because you don't have to worry about the here today, gone tomorrow contractor schemes that are out there.
Well, you know he's going to be around. That's some great stability.
Yes, it is. So if and when the time comes, your home needs help with its roof or facade, please don't forget to contact Jesse Wickline at Allied Renovations. That number is 301-399-7031. Once again, that number is 301-399-7031. They are waiting for your call.
Tattoos last forever. They're a permanent statement about your personality and style. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with ink that looks like it's been done by some junior apprentice? Or do you want a custom tattoo from Christopher Lane Tattoos? Chris has over 10 years in the biz and uses the best ink and machines in the industry. Check out Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram feed today and you will just see for yourself that he does some of the finest work in the Southern Maryland area. Give him a follow today and you will just marvel over the attention to detail in his work. Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram is your start on a pathway to tattoo bliss. Book your appointment through Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram private messaging service for an exclusive bonus that only Guitar Guru listeners are eligible for. Follow Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram today. Yo, 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 Alban, let's talk site maintenance solutions with Cooper Construction.
Okay, great. Why are we outside?
I wanted you to see how Cooper Construction's handling my site with the installation of my new septic tank system.
Oh, I'm loving all this heavy equipment I'm seeing.
You need this kind of equipment for this type of work.
You say, do you?
Yeah, man. Cooper Constructions offers complete site solutions for septic tanks and mounds, lot clearing up to 3 acres, and most importantly, stormwater management.
Okay, let me get this straight. Cooper Construction offers site maintenance for lot clearing, septic systems, and stormwater management?
You are correct.
Does Cooper Construction have all the credentials needed for this type of work?
Yes, they do, my friend. Cooper Construction has over 20 years experience in the construction world.
How do we get a hold of them?
That's easy. Just dial 301-683-7766 and ask for a site visit today. Again, that number is 301-683-7766. Give them a call. You can also reach them on the web at buildwithcooper.com. Cooper Construction. From site to site, they will treat you right.
What's up, y'all? This is Sam Grow, and you're listening to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
The Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, the only guys that would do a live broadcast from Dog Patch.
We see each other through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. Alban is back in the house. It's episode 75. Alban's back. Mr. Alban, how are you tonight, sir?
Well, I can tell you first and foremost, I'm back. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's
So,
right.
with that brings all the energy that comes with it, man. I'm so excited, man. I'm very happy to be here. That means things are still happening, man. Every time I'm here, I'm reminded we're still doing this.
That's right, man. It's electric in here. The atmosphere is absolutely unbelievable.
It is.
I mean, I've never had so much. This is just like back in the beginning days, man. We got the show. It's cranking. The first segment's spot on, man. Spot on.
Yeah,
That's
it was-
classic Guru right there.
It was, man. It was bicycle time, man. It was like, got this.
Right.
Even down to the time. Perfect.
Right, man. So, dude, real quick, before we get District Bar Talk on the phone system cranking, I'm really super excited to get them on our show finally, find out about their show, their background. But just to reiterate, man, bass playing, man. Get your instrument you haven't played in a while. Get it out of the closet.
Yeah.
Shine it up. And take it for a spin and fall in love again, man. I can't. That's my message this week, man. You know, you might write something.
It's a good message, man.
You know, just show some love, man, to something you haven't shown some love in a while. Because we need all of that right now.
Good point.
All of that.
Very well said, man.
So good, dude. I think it's time. I think we're going to fire up the phone system. We'll get it cranking, and we're going to get Jeff Butler, Rick Mattingly, and Buster Williams of District Bar Talk, a Southern Maryland podcast that does everything bar talking. So they're kind of like a cousin show to us where we just focus on music, where they focus on bar talking. So it's kind of cool, man. I'm excited to have them on and find out about this stuff, man. Aren't you?
I am, man. I want to hear all about how they got started and why they do what they do.
Perfect, dude. Well, I'm going to get the phone system cranking. Give me some soothing tones, and we'll get it cranking, man.
All right, everybody. It's episode 75, Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. Coming up next, the featured guest. It's District Bar Talk.
Oh, it's ringing, dude. I hope they pick up. Come on, pick up the phone. Guys, they might stiff us, dude.
Yeah. Hello?
Hey, Jeff, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You got the gang together? You want to go on the air?
Yeah, man, absolutely. What's up, man?
Awesome, dude. Is Rick there?
Yeah, I am right here.
Buster, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Dude, I don't know, dude. The last time I talked to you guys was at the fantasy football draft, and in week 2, my team took an injury, and that was it. Season was over, dude.
You didn't even play any of your players. What are you talking about?
He abandoned ship on it.
That team.
Yeah, I was the worst owner ever in your fantasy football league, ever.
He had the best players in all the. If you would have just started the team, you probably would have won the league.
Hold on. Let me check my call ID. Is this Dan Snyder calling me? Okay.
Yeah, right, dude. I'm the worst. I admit it. Dude, that was my bad, man. With the dynamics of everything that I had going on in my life, that thing, when a couple injuries happened, I couldn't recover. The website was really hard to navigate. I was struggling, dude. I was a boomer in your world, man. I was a boomer.
That's all right.
Blame Buster. He always picks that website for some stupid reason.
See, everybody complains about it.
All right, good. I feel good about that, man. If you do Yahoo next year, I swear I'll start a lineup every week, or I'll give you $100. Or I'll give you $100. All right.
You got the other guru there with you, right?
Oh yeah,
Alban there.
Yeah, Alban. Say hi to the guys.
Oh, I was waiting to find out if I was even going to be included here.
I love you, Alban.
I know. Hey guys, it is a pleasure to talk with you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for taking the time to come on here and just hang out with us, man. Thank you so much.
No, thanks for having us. I heard you're a Jets fan.
Absolutely, and I don't hide from that fact.
Well, no. Welcome to the misery world, man.
Oh,
you're right in there with us.
So you're there as well. Okay.
Nice.
Well, no, I'm a Redskins fan, so I feel your pain. Like,
Yeah, we tend to trade players back and forth quite a bit, so you know, it's horrible feeling. But you know what? We don't give up. I love that sound right there. I got to hear that crack.
Oh yeah, off the top.
Yeah, we don't do a show without drinking, or it would be a shit show.
Absolutely. I gotta say, man, you guys. You stick with what you love, even if you're miserable. You got to stick in there, man. I don't know how you guys are Redskins fans. It's hard. It's very hard.
Come on, man.
I thought he was gonna refer to our podcast.
Right.
Stick with something you're miserable with.
No, it's great to have you guys. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Right.
Thanks for having us.
Like, yeah, the last time I was on your show, and I know one of the things we talked about when I was on the show is when we drafted Joint Haskins to the team. And I was like, dude, that's kind of like a bad decision, because who would want to come here to get developed? We can't develop anybody, but I'm excited about the changes they made this offseason, and I'm kind of all in on it if they get to play. So I'm in.
He looks like he's getting in shape. He's losing some weight. He's working with the other receivers on the team. So hopefully, new regime, it's not too much of a learning curve, and he can take a step forward. But I mean, let's face it, can't really get much worse than last year.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you can. But we're all blind homers here, so I think all of us have like a winning record next year, even though they're probably not going to do crap.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, it's more fun to be all in and just be a fan with your team and see what happens.
Yeah.
Be disappointed later.
I got you.
Well said.
I got you. Well, before we get in the weeds too much, let's start with the basics, because this is the first time you're on our show. Let's talk about what your show's about, and you know, how did y'all get behind? Who came up with it? How did y'all come about it? How'd you put it together? What it's about? And you know, give our audience a taste.
Okay, well, Jeff and Buster were these inspiring bloggers, and they started a website called False Start Sports.
Yes.
Right, I remember
It was
that.
getting about as much traction
Here we go.
as my Instagram was, my personal Instagram. So like 6 likes and 2 views.
Right.
Thank you for that.
That's pretty good.
But I believe I was the one that said, hey, you guys should do a podcast. And then those idiots invited me to be a part of it. So that is how the whole thing started, unless you know something before False Start.
Well, yeah, I think you were probably the most had the most background in like listening to podcasts and being a fan than we did.
That's all I do is listen to podcasts.
We're all passionate about sports and our home teams, and that's what 99% of our articles were based on sports, and then some movies and things like that we were writing, just to kind of have a platform to get out there. And then, like you said, we ended up taking that idea and starting the podcast. Came up with the name. I guess Buster came up with the name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of been a joint effort. Buster came up with the name. Rick came up, helped lead the way on the idea. I primarily made the logo, so it was kind of just a joint effort all the way across the board.
Yeah, and then the show started, and we wanted to talk mostly sports in the DC area. But then we kind of decided that we were just going to talk about stuff that you would talk with your buddies at a bar.
Right.
What you would get drinking with and just shooting shit, basically. And that's how the show's been since we started, really.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. I'm hip.
Yeah, I dig that, man. I mean, that's when you're having a good time, and that's when the really good conversations come out. So
yeah, I mean, we talked to everything from Dan Snyder sucking as a human being to Priest being unconventional.
Yeah, I mean, our episode that we just recorded this week focused a lot on the George Floyd stuff that's happening and the protest and all that. So we kind of cover all spectrums. We try to keep everything lighthearted and funny and entertainment, but sometimes you got to address, the issues at hand and the forefront. So that's the big thing is we try to be authentic, and we don't try to overproduce. We don't try to, be something we're not. We kind of want it to be raw. We kind of want it to be real, and we just kind of kick back, have some drinks, and enjoy ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. What's your average run time on an episode?
We're between, I would say, anywhere from an hour and a half. Some long episodes have climbed a little long, towards 2 hours, but most of the time it's around an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. That's what we do here, hour and a half, 2 hours. We had one of our good buddies in our community unfortunately pass from a heart attack during all this. We did a 2-part special. Both of those episodes ran 2 hours plus.
Wow.
So I mean, we just go with what feels good. Like we got you guys on right now as our featured guest. So, we're gonna go until we feel the interview is good. That's the luxury about this thing. We don't have airwaves and every second matters, man. We can actually
you just kind of go with the flow.
Right.
And don't put any kind of hard cap on it. Just kind of let it roll, whatever makes sense.
Right.
So out of the 3 of you guys, which one would be considered what I like to call the ear candy?
The ear candy.
Well, this is Buster. I've been told that I sound like King Hill.
I don't know. I think we all hate our own voices.
Yeah, I can't stand mine. I sound like I have no bass at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I think out of our listeners, our loyal listeners that we have, I think everybody has certain topics that they would like to hear specific one of us talk about. We all have a different dynamic that we bring to the table. So
we all have a face for radio, though.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
That's why we do it too over here. So,
yeah.
Is there any time, or if you guys ever brainstorm like ideas ahead of time and just has anybody ever looked at one another and said, "Yeah, we're not touching that one," or
every week?
Yeah. Like we like to push the envelope, so sometimes we get her off the wall, and it's like, maybe you should stay away from that.
Oh yeah, we have like a group text that we text on it 7 days a week, and we're always kind of exchanging ideas for the upcoming week. And day of, we kind of finalize that list. Buster puts together like a show sheet, and if you pulled together our ideas on, a few days before the show, and then what we actually talk about, it's always trimmed down because we have to, make smart decisions to, not offend people or not, bore people. It's a fine line.
I can't tell you how many times I've had to call Jeff to tell him to take out a part that I said.
Oh yeah, the worst ones are when we edit an episode, we record an episode. I do like the production of it, so I record it through the software, I edit it, I publish. We'll go through, talk about beforehand what we're gonna the topic for the show. We'll get into it, and then I'll edit it, publish it, and then I'll get a call from Rick like, can you go back in that show 2 weeks ago and take out that part about, I talked shit about my aunt?
Yeah, sometimes you just get into the flow of things, man. And,
just leave it in there, man.
Yeah, Rick is the has the bowel movement issues in this group.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes, it's district bar talk, man. It's stuff we're talking about in the bars. Alcohol gets flowing, words get flowing.
Yeah.
I really feel.
Yeah, I know you gotta let it loose, man. But we have a no delete clause on our show. We just let it roll, man. And you gotta own what you say, man. Because I stumble on myself sometimes, man.
There's been a few where I just had to, just let it go and say, "Well, too late. I've already said it."
Yeah.
And you just say, "Okay."
I've had a few where I've lost family members.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He wants to stay. He wants to keep his Christmas gifts up.
That's
and I think I'm
terrible.
going to be sued by couple A and couple B later on.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say that's kind of awesome because they got that kind of viewership where they're listening every week and they get into the weeds and they hear shit about themselves. Yeah, man, you're doing the show right.
Yeah, how many times we're like, I don't know if I should say this because I'm not sure if they listen or not.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Yep, you gotta say it. You're going to find out if they listen.
Right,
That's right.
That's what I say.
Right.
Honest
One of our
checkup.
staples of the show is to relentlessly make fun of the people that support us the most.
Yeah, we've been lucky enough we have three full-time sponsors of the show that we have segments for.
Right.
We do reads for, and they're we know them personally, pretty close with them, and they we tend to like to attack them and make fun of them, which weird strategy.
But it's worked so far.
But it's working apparently.
That's a very weird strategy.
It's kind of it's Wayne's World-ish. It's Wayne's World. It's Wayne's World.
Yeah, it is kind of Wayne's World. So you're making fun of your own sponsors. They don't even know it.
Yeah.
But you make sure they know it, don't you?
Oh, yeah, ours. Oh, they know it. They just think it's funny, I guess. They're self-deprecating. They're like us, so it works out.
Love it.
Love
it. Well, that's a good relationship to have. So congratulations for having sponsors you can fuck with. So
Yes.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry, edit that out. I didn't mean to cuss.
No,
Yeah, I didn't know. Are we allowed to cuss on your show?
Dude, do what you got.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to be able to stop
You
that.
guys have been too good for too long. Could hear how good you're trying to be. Just let it go. Let it go.
All right, what I want to know is, you guys are your I guess 3 best friends, right?
Yeah.
All right, because my point is, you got 70-some episodes in the can taped.
Yeah.
I got my buddy Albans over here. We're on episode 75 tonight, and it's like you meet the right people that are worth that kind of commitment. Because how many, things happens. I know you had to sub a couple people out, but there's no other person I would rather do my show with than Albans. You know what I mean? So it's like if I'm
so
just saying,
sweet.
because I know that I don't have to worry about it. He's going to be there unless he's ill. You know what I'm saying?
If I could find a better podcast to join, I would join tomorrow. So.
No loyalty.
I'm just kidding.
Damn.
No, you're not.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
And I have not called out sick yet.
To make real money and I'm not to jump at it. Leave these guys.
Hey, are the gurus hiring?
What kind of sponsorship you got going on there?
No,
Wet my beak.
we're good. We're good. We're not getting to know inner podcast employment affairs.
Yeah.
There's plenty of those already.
Yeah, no porgies here. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is a duet. So unfortunately.
Well, this is the Devil's Triangle.
Who's going skiing?
I'm not the pivot man. I promise.
They're taking turns, man. They're taking turns.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, you can't get a bunch of podcasters together without having some fun.
Yeah.
So what's COVID done to y'all's show? Has it affected it that much?
Yes, we had a couple episodes where we did through Zoom, and it were the worst episodes I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, we weren't comfortable. When you break your comfort zone, it really throws you off the natural flow.
Just
and
timing
everything.
was off.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Albans back in studio in the first time since this thing happened. So when we first started doing the remotes in, we kind of, we had to figure it out too. And then once we did, man, it was like we were rolling with it. But having them back here, man, it's just so much better. The show's more electric. It's just an energy tonight, and it's just awesome. So
yeah, it's all about your comfort zone. When you're in the zone, it's better the material.
The quality is so much better here. We have equipment here that we spend some money on, and I don't have my kids coming to interrupt me while I'm sitting there with earbuds in talking through my cell phone on a Zoom call.
We do have buster skips sometimes. That come and interrupt us.
Oh, nice.
All right, well, in my house, it's the occasional miniature schnauzer that just rumbles through the door, so I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I think that adds a little bit of authenticity to how we do things in Southern Maryland myself.
That's right, man. That's right.
I mean, dude, guys, in our world, we do music. We keep up with all the local musicians. We keep up with all the venues that you guys would go bar talk at, okay? So that's how our worlds kind of collide, but down here in Southern Maryland, our local music scene is kind of special. If you ever traveled abroad and gone to other different bars, you'll notice that there's not always bands playing. Has anybody traveled in your group to confirm that?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Well, two of us have. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, right, you go to a lot of bars in other areas of the country, and you just have either a DJ or you just have, they got a stereo on loop or whatever. Right. But the live music here, you're almost guaranteed at most of the bars down here, you're going to have somebody up on stage on a normal Friday or Saturday night. So it's good.
So with our show, we report on that every week, and that keeps it fresh. So when Corona hit, it was like breaks,
right?
So we had to reinvent a different type of format again. So. It's been a
that's
lot.
how it kind of was with us with sports, like that sports was half of our show, and now that there are no sports at this moment, we had to fill back.
Yeah. Before our first Zoom episode, we were like, what are we going to talk about? Like, we had no idea, and I think we've had a couple short ones during all this where we were like 45 minutes long, 50 minutes, but things are starting to ramp up a little bit in the sports world, and of course, this week the social stuff going on has kind of consumed, so it's plenty to talk about right now.
Now, was there any one sport at all that could have been accomplished during all this without having to come to a screeching halt?
Golf.
Yeah, I think golf.
NASCAR.
NASCAR, right?
What about darts?
Oh, there you go.
Well, yeah.
Hey, I would bet on some darts, no problem.
I would bet on anything at this point.
Dude, they could have done bowling. One bowler could have had both lanes, and they could have had another lane in between them.
Yeah. They could have done bowling.
It's just too much money to do a production, not to have everything normal.
I think there's a way they could have done baseball. Really, you know what I mean?
My kid's practicing right now.
Yeah.
At baseball practice right now. Why can't the adults do it?
Well, apparently the virus is over and no one cares about it anymore. So.
Yeah, there's been no cases since. Anyway, I don't want to touch that. We don't get into that stuff.
Yeah, that's not our deal.
I like keeping my friends and family.
Right,
so.
we talk music.
Well, if any of your listeners want to hear any of that stuff and dive into that pond, listen to our episode this week.
There you go.
Well, dude, let's talk about where people can check your show out. Where can they go? Where's it at?
Yep, so primarily we do have a website, districtbartalk.com, where we have a player embedded right there. Go to it. The most recent episode will automatically play when you go to the page. You can also find it on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, pretty much any platform that carries podcasts, we are there.
Wow. Okay.
That's awesome, man.
Good stuff.
Yep. Guys are putting in the work, man.
Yeah, we're trying. I mean, we did a couple YouTube videos and stuff, but it's just not our normal arena. Our listeners didn't adopt it. You know what I mean? They didn't follow over to there. They want the audio that they're used to. So kind of stay in our niche. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the same deal with our YouTube page. Is just a basic. I call it our digital library. Mm-hmm. Because no one goes there to view it on premiere night. Now, I'll say that the charm of our show is everybody in our community knows that we tape Tuesday night and the show comes out Thursday at 8. And the camaraderie from the community on premiere nights and the live chat is just through the roof every week, and we average 250 to 300 views during the premiere every week.
Right, which that's great, and I've seen that. I've popped in on a couple and listened, and that's a good. I think Facebook, you can be very successful at that, and we've talked, me and you, Dan, in side conversations about that. So we did do that on a couple. Like we did a little draft, NFL draft Zoom thing with some of our listeners and stuff. Had published that on Facebook Live, which worked, and so it's definitely a good opportunity. It seems like if you use it the right way, it can be more beneficial than YouTube.
Right, we were just too last minute. Like we were like, hey, we're sitting here and we're about to start recording. We're like, hey, let's just put this on Facebook Live. Like we don't prepare nothing.
Do you know what the ultimate like summation of our show is? Last week we were 70 some episodes in, and last week we recorded a whole episode and then ended up having to publish it with Rick's. Had an audio malfunction with his mic, and it sounded like Rick was like in a toilet bowl talking to us the whole episode. And we're 70 some episodes in. That's a like good.
That's what our show's about.
Yeah, that's us.
Nice. Dude, trust me, man.
Nice.
We've been through some trials and tribulations too, man.
Yeah.
We lost all the data on one episode one time, and the way the software works is I had to dig down into some sub files, and I found the raw data. And I had to stitch it back together.
Sounds like no fun.
Right, but I did it, man. I had to pull an all-nighter.
That's why I'm the ear candy on the show.
Right.
See what I did there? Because I don't mess with that part.
Alban is the Rick Mattingly. The Gurus.
There you go. Hey, Jeff, it's a pleasure to actually talk to you on the phone without me having bad news for you.
Yeah. We do business together, and every time Albin calls me while I'm in the office,
you're like,
it's never a good call.
You're like, God damn it.
That's the worst thing I want to hear.
Like, hey, I just wanted to say, hey, we have everything you need.
No,
right.
That's like, Dan's job is to call you for that.
Yeah.
If you see me calling, it's like, here we go again.
Fuck, Albin's calling.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
so
I
this
don't
is
like
great.
those calls either.
I'm enjoying this then. This is fun.
No, it's definitely different. It's nice talking outside the work world.
We should do this more often.
Right. I think I think a quarterly call with our brothers at District Bar Talk is in order on the Guru schedule.
We're down for that. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we can change it up.
Right. Well, dude, I want to know about new episodes, some planned content, and I know once things get cranking, are y'all thinking about doing the fantasy draft again? And again, I swear, if y'all use Yahoo, I will be a part of the league. I'll be money. I just hated that goddamn website. Fuck that website.
Yeah, no doubt. So some things we definitely have on the horizon. We're in the planning stages of hosting a golf tournament. So that'll be cool. We're in the early planning stages, though. We don't have dates locked down. Shooting for September-ish.
Right.
We teased a couple times. We try to come up with as much original content as possible. So we've had some wacky ideas, like we're gonna have a psychic medium come on the show and like do like a reading with us.
Oh, cool! Now
on
that's
the air.
cool. That's cool.
Rick worked hard at lining that up, and the Corona stuff came and kind of derailed it, and then
She's not very
and the medium he was talking to is just kind of flaked off. So maybe she sees something in the future that she wants to stay away from, or she's just listened to a few shows. One or the other.
I'm putting in a claim now that I'm gonna bump Jeff and Rick until I get her information, because I'm gonna steal that idea for our show.
I'll give you that.
I think it's awesome, and I'm giving you credit. All right,
there you go.
It'll be, but I got to do that, dude. That would be cool.
Yeah. So you had mentioned the fantasy football draft, the golf tournament. We've got wacky ideas like that, but honestly, and most of it, what makes our show authentically us is that we kind of just react every week to the news stories, and it's almost like a current event conversation every week with, of course, our wacky takes on everything, and adding some offending of people, and some jokes and some beer, and that's us.
What's bothering me this week?
Yeah. Most stories are about Rick has a daughter named Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Is that like legit? Is that like legit?
No, there's no
there's
way.
a lot of backstory. You have to go back and listen to some episodes.
That's her alter ego.
Yeah.
When she starts dancing like a stripper, I call her Cinnamon.
Have you ever seen Coyote Ugly?
Yeah.
She's extra.
Rick is like John Goodman's character in that.
Wow.
Rick doesn't even know that reference. It's like nobody knows that reference.
This is great.
Okay.
How old's his kid?
5.
I forgot.
Seems worse.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I got you. All right. Well, wow.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
wasn't going to ask that one.
So live appearances. What's up with that besides the golf tournament? Anything else?
I don't think we have anything lined up as of this moment. Yeah.
I mean,
we had some other through some of our contacts. We've had a lot of musicians on our show. Some of the same that have been on your show, actually, a few.
Right.
And we had some ideas with them of stuff this year that we were going to maybe try to go to an event and do like some sort of live broadcast or an interview or something. So that hopefully will still happen in some capacity. Just it all depends on when this the restrictions and stuff are lifted to where we can actually start having some live entertainment and live our lives, go to bars and drink and have fun.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
No doubt.
Got him.
Do y'all have some plans?
Well, dude, we're gonna have a kickoff show next week because in our world, the outside seating places are starting to book live entertainment already. So we're going to start pumping. I mean, Higgy on the beat this week. We actually had the 10-ounce 12-pack sampler back. We previewed a couple shows that are happening this weekend. So that's kind of like the soft opening. And next week, we're going to hit it hard, promote what's happening in the community, and try to get as many people out and about and sample some live music in Southern Maryland.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We don't have any live appearances scheduled at the time.
But
those are definitely an option.
Well, we do have one on the books if it happens. That's Rocktoberfest in the fall in October down in La Plata at Island Music.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that again if that happens. I still
Yeah,
don't
you guys
know.
did really well. I saw, heard some of your interviews, and then saw some of the pictures and stuff that were put up with that. And yeah, I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned to my co-hosts here. You do realize we're talking to the radio entertainers of the year. Is that what the award was that you guys got? You voted?
Right.
Radio
personality.
Yeah, St. Mary's County's radio personalities of the year, man. It was still that's awesome, man. I still can't believe it happened. We talked about it earlier in the show. It is just a cool thing, man. It's just cool to have the community rally around two guys that are doing nothing but doing what we want to do, and that's broadcasting. Ever since
go ahead.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say that you guys beat out T-Bone and Heather.
Yeah.
T-Bone and Heather. Long time established.
There's other things I'd like to do to T-Bone and Heather.
Well, they got posted up next to us at Rocktoberfest. They had to sit next to us while we did our thing.
Yeah.
And they were staring us down like, man, we got side-eyed.
Did you put, like, second place on their table?
That was before that happened.
Before it happened, that was in that. Dude, we got nominated for that, and we didn't even know about it until 2 weeks before it was over with.
All right.
So we kind of went into panic mode and just reached out to the Guru Nation and said, "Hey, we're up for this. Help us vote." And man, did they ever! Wow, did they ever! It was insane, man. And to see that in print, and we actually have the paper here, man. It's just something special. Me and Alban will always remember it because, since the 90s, me and this guy have talked about being on the radio. We've always just wanted to do it. Here we are 25 years later doing it on our terms with the advent of the internet, Facebook, and we're making a difference, and it's actually really pro-grade stuff we're doing for the fans for Southern Maryland, man. It's awesome. We love it.
So, no pressure, but now you have to go back-to-back.
We talked about that in the earlier of the show, too, man. So, yeah, that's the plan, dude. We're trying to. As long as they have the contest again, we get nominated, we'll market for it. We're in it, man. I hope so. We should be able to, since we're past winter, we should be able to.
Do they take write-in votes on the ballot? Like, is it just like...
No, you have to go online and click it.
Somebody's got to nominate people.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how it works.
But
like I said, we found out about it late.
Either way, I mean, this allows us to the drive and desire to continue to want to keep doing this every week, talking to people, awesome folks like you guys, hearing about your show, hearing what you guys have got going on. This is the platform we want to provide, is having a place for people to come on and talk about what they're doing. So,
and that's awesome. It definitely is a good thing y'all are doing.
That's what this is about for kids. For us, it's about community and having that outlet where you can just, hey, I'm coming on this show. I get to talk about all the stuff I got happening. This is great. Somebody is going to hear this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, we didn't have that. Yeah,
well,
we had that. We had none of that, back in the day.
I call it the blue-collar musician, the guys in the bars that we go to every week, honestly playing for the love of music and to make a couple bucks to live. They're not making millions of dollars. That reality is gone in this game. The guys and gals you see out there performing are doing it because they love it, and they'll tell you that before they'll tell you about money. And to give them a platform to come on and promote their brand, their music, is awesome for us. We love it because I love learning about different musicians, different music, and it feeds that addiction. So it works great for me. I love it.
No doubt.
I have a question for the guys real quick.
Sure, go for it, man. Go.
All right, since you guys are your bar talk format, you talk about sports and just the general BS that guys just bullshit around with at bars and stuff. I love this. This is like what I do at home with no one's listening because I ain't got no other.
Well, that's not much different than when we talk. No one listens either.
I got no guys at home to hear me, so they don't, whatever. But, hey, that's a different story. But I got to ask you each individually, what is your favorite sport? Each of you. What's your favorite sport?
For me, it's football, hands down.
Football's your favorite.
American
football or?
Oh, I mean, is there
American sport?
Yeah.
Football.
We all agree that soccer doesn't count.
All right,
my favorite sport would definitely be baseball.
Nice.
But as far as entertainment factor, you can't beat the NFL.
Yeah, and I'm a football guy too, so we're just three groups that talk about football.
All right,
but we are. I mean, we're DC sports fanatics, so we were at the Caps parade, we were at the Nats parade. We're big. I go to at least a couple Caps games a year, handful of Nats games. Redskins, I'd like to. Maybe we'll get back to that.
Well, I was going to say you guys are fairly young, so you probably didn't make it to a Skins parade.
Well, yeah, I was like a year old, I think, when they won the Super Bowl. So
wow.
I took Jeff to a game.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been. It's fun. You go if you're a Redskins fan, you go to the stadium to watch your team play. Yeah, the stadium's
spoken like a true sales rep.
Right. But dude, here it is. I'm gonna talk shit. I hate the stadium. It's a big piece of shit. But if I want to watch my team, I have to go there. And you know what, my fandom started with the Redskins when I was like, I'm trying to think back, 1983 when Higgins ran that run for the touchdown. I was sitting on my I was sitting on my grandfather's lap, and I just remember watching him, dude, and everybody was happy, and it just was like, it was just awesome, man. And
haven't seen that joy in Redskins Nation since then, pretty much.
Did your grandfather jump up and spike you like a football? He was so excited.
He got up and I just rolled onto the floor, dude. And I was like, yeah, everybody was happy. I was like 5. It was just awesome, dude.
So, I think that game that you took me to was actually the last Redskins game I've been to.
Wow. Well, dude, and that,
it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, that was the Houston game too.
Yeah.
Right, where Alex broke his foot. We were there, man. It sucked, dude.
Yeah.
God, that sucked, man. Because we were going to win that game.
You would have.
Yep.
You guys ever caught a game at RFK for the Redskins? I've seen a few back in the day, man.
No, I never did. I've been to RFK one time, and it was for a concert.
I caught some Nats games at RFK.
Yeah.
Right. I was at the opening day of their second season when Cheney came out and got booed. Dude, that was a fun day. RFK, man. Yeah, I puked all over that place. Many times.
Well, me and Jeff went to the Nationals game last year. It wasn't opening day. It was like a couple days after that, right?
Yeah, it was like the second or third. It was one of the day games in the open series against the Phillies.
Yeah. I love National Stadium. I'm a homer. Yeah. I'm a homer, but I think we got the best ballpark in the whole league. And there's a couple cathedrals out there where people probably churning, their mouth upside down that I said that, but I just love our stadium. I think it's cool when it's packed. It's playoff time. It's that there's nothing better, man. The atmosphere is electric.
It definitely is. It's a nice stadium. They did good on it for sure.
Camden Yards would be good if the Royals were relevant.
I was gonna say Camden Yards is still my favorite,
dude.
As far as the aesthetics, I love it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, Baltimore to me is just like
trash.
Well, I won't disagree. It's just like it's like a, I don't know. It's so far away. It's like its own. I don't know.
Right. It's
just not even important. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems inconvenient to get there. I'm out.
Yeah.
Getting home is the hard. Getting home's the worst part.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I did that many times in the '90s, coming home from O's games.
Well, dude, I got suckered into going to a Baltimore Ravens Green Bay Packers Monday night game back 2006, 2007-ish, because I thought that was going to be Favre's last Monday night game. I was wrong.
Yeah, no shit.
At least you got to see.
Only a few years off there.
At least you got to see two competitive teams.
Right.
Oh, dude, it was cold as a motherfucker that night. God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, we made it to halftime, man. And the buddy I went with, Brian, he was driving. He had this Chevy Avalanche truck, man. Dude, we hit 90, 95 most of the time. We left Baltimore right at when halftime was starting. I was at my home in Southern Maryland watching 3 minutes left with the third quarter.
Jeez.
Nice.
We were fucking rolling, dude, because we were cold. We just wanted to go home, man.
I went to a Redskins Cowboys game. It had to be roughly 11, 12 years ago, I guess, maybe longer. It was the game. I knew.
The field goal game.
What's that? The field goal game. Yep,
I was there, dude.
Yep.
I was there.
Yeah, when Sean Taylor blocked the field goal and ran it back.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was there. The guy I went with got sick, and we had to leave the game early. I got home just in time to turn the TV on and watch Sean Taylor block the field goal and run it back.
Oh,
A little bit bitter about that.
Oh,
yeah. How cool would that have been
dude,
to still be there to see
Hold on,
that?
I'm just going to say thank you for going home and having to go through that so we won the game. I understand your pain, and as a fan, thank you. All right?
Yeah, maybe that should have been like an omen that I should never go to the Redskins games, because only good things only happen when I'm not there.
Well, dude, I'm at that game, same game. I'm upstairs in the upper bowl, and you know what happens up there. It's no man's land, right?
Oh, yeah.
The whole time, man, I thought I was in Cowboys Nation.
Yeah.
Right? And they were talking all shit, man. But when we won it in the end like that walk down from the top bowl to the bottom, dude, you know how long that walk can be? It was the greatest walk ever, going, ha, 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 you know?
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome, but that's my story. That's my stadium stories.
But nothing beats a Capitals playoff game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine that. I haven't got to witness one of those yet, but I can only imagine, because the regular season, it looks like it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is. Pretty much every game is a good atmosphere there, electric. So.
I think it was Game 7 against Boston. I went to that.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wow.
That is
nothing beats that for me.
That's a rush, man. Wow. Now I've seen a Caps playoffs game once. I mean, it was a long time ago, but I actually saw a Wizards playoff game once.
I didn't know those existed.
Yeah, I said once.
Now that's a unicorn right there.
It was a game.
Was that a Gilbert Arenas era?
Yeah, that was a game 2. You know, game 2. Yeah. I think that might have been the last one.
Butler.
Yeah.
That was back when they were pulling guns on each other in the locker room.
Right. Yeah. Back in those days. That was different. I don't like basketball, but a friend of mine had a ticket to a playoff game. Like, I don't know if it's a playoff game in any sport, I'll go.
Right.
You know, different kind of atmosphere. It was still a great atmosphere, but I didn't really care what happened in the game. But you know,
I mean, I'm down to go to any sporting event where there's alcohol and a good time. So
yeah, that's why I like kids soccer.
That's wow. Well, dude. Oh yeah, I forgot. Me and Jeff went to the XFL game in DC in the winter, man.
Yeah, the short-lived XFL. That was a good atmosphere.
Right. And we saw the beer snake.
I think that might be the worst thing that Corona did to this country is kill the XFL.
Yep. It
yeah.
Really
do you guys, in your opinion, you think Vince is going to end up buying it back anyway, all sneakily and shit?
He said he wasn't. I don't know. It's a wild card. I mean, all these independent leagues that have popped up, for whatever reason, they end up not making it. And I don't know. We'll see. They definitely should have the financial backing to do it if they wanted to, but time will tell.
I think this whole virus was created by the NFL to get rid of these independent leagues.
Goodell's the worst commissioner of any sport, that's for sure.
It's like, damn, man, we were that close to another league. And I wasn't asking for another league to come in and take out the NFL. Hell no. I want the NFL. I want those stories. I want those teams. But from February to fucking May, I want some more fucking football. And the XFL was fucking there, dude, and it was rocking. And it sucks that they couldn't just weather the storm, man. It just sucks, man, because we were almost there.
Shitty football is better than no football.
That's correct.
And it wasn't that shitty.
No, it was actually pretty fun to watch, man.
Right, and that was the first year. If they would have got another couple years, man, it would have been cool, man. I know it would have, man. God.
Yeah, the XFL knew exactly what it was. It didn't take itself too seriously. And, get out on Saturday, fans drink some beer, build some beer snakes, and watch some football. So it was great. Definitely sucks that's going.
Then you still had Sunday to go home and get bitched at by your wife before you start your horrible work week.
Dude, you got it figured out.
This is great, man.
This is great, man. I'm out of beer. I need to go grab a beer. Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right, I can fill, dude. I can fill. I got you. All right, cool. All right, hey, so guys, man, future plans. What's on the horizon for District Bar Talk? What can you see 6 months out? What's kind of a goal?
Ending the show.
Love it. Love
Going
it.
down in flames.
Rick is very good at, you know what an Irish goodbye is?
No, what is that?
Oh, yeah, I'm known for that.
It would be funny if I just hit click on the phone right now. That would be funny. It's one of those, it's when you're out with your friends, and one of them just disappears and they go home and they don't tell anybody they're leaving. That's a Rick, and that's what, that would be, the most likely scenario for this show. We're going to be here 1 week, and then 1 week we're probably not.
Yeah.
I get
my
it.
chair is going to be missing.
Yeah.
I'm taking the chair.
Damn. Now,
6 months from now, I mean, probably some of the same shit. I mean, we'll probably win that award for.
No, I mean, honestly, we're trying to, build our I wouldn't say viewership, but listenership, and entertain the people and keep having a good time, and whatever comes of it, whether it's through more sponsorship, we can kind of upgrade the production a little bit, or start doing more live hits or whatever it may be. We'll just kind of let it evolve on its own naturally.
I got you.
That's the right approach, man. I love that.
Yeah.
Let it grow organically, man.
We weren't really, when we started, I really thought we would have maybe 50 listeners.
Yeah.
And I figured we'd last about 6 months and we'd get tired of talking to the same 50 people and we'd just end it.
Right, and instead we have hundreds and hundreds of listeners every week, and loyal listeners, that follow us and interact with us, and we appreciate it. It makes it worth it, and even when it seems like through the slowest week where it's like we got nothing, like what are we going to talk about this week? We always are able to piece something together, and people always listen, and people enjoy it. So we definitely appreciate that.
I dig it. I dig it, man.
That's
Dude,
awesome, guys.
I mean, the show's phenomenal. I've been on it myself. You guys got a good beat on what's hip, what's happening. You got, I consider Jeff the generation after me, so he's coming up. So it's good, but it's a good blend.
He can be real fun sometimes, can't he, guys?
No, but that's perfect. It's perfect to see the vision of a show in his eyes. I get to talk to him, and then I can take it and put it in play in my show, and then I can give him some guidance too. So it's like perfect, man. We're at that perfect synchronous way of sharing information.
Sharing of ideas. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
right.
I had no
idea. All ships.
I had no idea that those things go on. Nobody's ever fucking called me for anything.
Hey, in your words, you're the ear candy.
Yeah.
Know your role, Alban.
Yeah, just dance, Alban.
Dance for me.
High step it. I want some high stepping, bitch.
No, I'm real happy for you guys because I mean, like Dan's saying, when you guys say you're in 70-something, we're in 70-something. I can appreciate what it takes to get that freaking far.
Yep.
Yeah,
It takes
it's a grind.
A lot of dedication, a lot of commitment. I don't care if you're freaking tired, wore out, or you got the fucking squirts. You show up to do the show. You know what I mean?
Right.
Absolutely.
That's just the way it is. I mean, it takes a lot to get to this point on a consistent basis.
I knew that was coming.
We have some weeks off for some people around here.
We've been recording and doing this so long together that I can just tell when Rick's eyebrow raises that he's about to throw a dagger.
Oh man,
well, that's what it's all about.
You read the cues off each other, but you're not allowed. You're not allowed to call out sick when you decide you want to start doing this.
Right.
We usually, most of the time, we phone call it in.
Yeah.
That actually cost me like $60 on a cruise.
Yeah, Rick went on a cruise and paid a bunch of money to be able to call in. It was the worst phone call. The reception was horrible. It was in and out, and it cost him like $60. Yeah. It was great.
That's dedication, man.
Hey, I love it, dude. That's the American way, man. Pay out the ass for shitty service, but the job gets done. Yeah.
There you go.
Next time, just take the vacation, man. It's okay. You can schedule your vacation. That's fine.
No, but we're honored to be on here. You guys are in Southern Maryland, really kind of leading the way in the podcasting game. So definitely glad that you had us on. Definitely appreciate it.
Man, dude, it's been awesome, dude. We got one set of questions left for everyone. So you're not sliding out. You're not bombing out.
No. I'm good.
Don't raise that eyebrow.
But it's really cool to hear you say that y'all want to win the award this year. Me hearing you say that it justifies everything that we're doing. We're getting people out there, getting them creative, and ultimately you're helping out the local community with your show. People tune in, you're giving them relative information. It's for them to decide what they want to do with that information.
Just entertainment value. Give people an escape. You know what I mean? You have all the seriousness go on. Other than rare occasions where we get on serious topics, it's more just you get to bullshit and escape from reality a little bit.
I mean, we had the commissioner on, and we kind of fucked with him.
We had a county commissioner on
about COVID and stuff and what they were doing.
Right.
So
that's always.
We never take anything too seriously.
No.
I got you.
But you're right. It's just for having a good time and entertaining. Just having a good time. And for me, it's just about drinking beer. So.
Yep.
So I get it. I'm happy for you.
Well, that's cool. All right, I want to go around the table. This is our last question for you guys. You all been champs tonight. In our normal show, we do a signature question for all our musician buddies, and we call it best gig, worst gig. But since the corona's been hitting, we changed it up and to name it properly for the situation. So we call it best bullshit, worst bullshit. You can answer in any order you like, but you got to answer both. What we're looking for is for the past, since y'all been doing the show, you're 70 episodes in, what's the best bullshit you've been through, and what's the worst bullshit you've been through as a group doing the show?
Oh, man.
Or just some bullshit you've seen out there, man. Just give us some bullshit.
The best bullshit that's been on the show itself is anytime we talk about masturbation.
Yes, masturbation is very popular on this show.
Right, it seems to get the biggest hits on the socials when we talk about masturbation.
The old one-hander commander, bringing people in.
The worst bullshit was probably when we talked about somebody's relationship.
Yeah, we had a whole behind the scenes used anonymous
we didn't
name.
use any names or anything. So if you knew what happened, you knew the person.
Yeah, it was just some good old Southern Maryland drama, but it was real legal drama, real marital drama, and that was one of the those things that we mentioned earlier, where I had to go back and redact parts of an episode to save Rick's ass, pretty much. So
wow, so
that's a common theme.
So someone was cheating on someone.
Oh yeah, cheating, beating, and.
Hey, don't make me call you and have to redact your episode.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, we can stop there, yeah.
I don't need no names. I just want to hear if there's been some anarchy and chaos in
man,
there.
some things you just shouldn't touch, man.
Yeah.
I have a trouble with that.
We like to toe that line. We like to cross it where we can, and spice it up a little bit. People enjoy it.
For me, the best bullshit has been when we're recording and a joke breaks out and we just completely lose it.
Yeah.
And we're all three cracking up, and the show kind of comes to a halt because we can't catch our breath.
Yeah. Most of the time, those end up centering around Rick's relationship with religion. So yeah, with that's a perfect example. Yeah, those unexpected moments where we just bust out in laughter that weren't planned at all.
Nice.
Oh man, this is great. This is so great.
Is that everybody?
Worst bullshit around Christmas time. We tried what is that shit called? We tried fruitcake, and that is the worst shit of all time. So that's definitely the worst part of this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't have fruitcake.
I think one of the best things was when we did a McDonald's chicken nugget challenge.
Yeah, I remember that. The nugget challenge.
And we did it over 3 episodes. We each attempted it. One per episode, and
that was first.
Yeah, so
and this asshole bought 100 chicken nuggets.
I talked to myself throughout the day. I was like, how many chicken nuggets am I going to go buy from McDonald's right before the show? And I was like, well, I'll bring 60. And I was like, but I've seen some YouTube videos of some people eat a lot. I'm going to get 80. And then when I got to McDonald's to place the order, I panicked and ordered 100. Guess how many I ate?
How many?
Was that 45?
I don't even think he hit 40.
Sounds right.
I think I was 45.
40.
Yeah, 45.
Wow.
So I ate less than half of what I bought.
I thought you were buying for everybody to try.
No, we do that too. We sample stuff, but this was a pure volume challenge. How many McDonald's chicken nuggets can you eat in an hour during the show? Whatever.
And you were the only participant in a
Well, now we all did
nuggets.
it. I ate like 45. Buster won. How many did you eat?
I had 59.
59, and then Rick had like 30 something.
Yeah, I had a big breakfast that morning.
I think Rick basically quit when he found out he wasn't catching 59.
Yeah, once I knew I wasn't
This was over a different week.
point to make myself feel like shit.
I thought the way Jeff was describing it, you were buying 100 nuggets for the 3 of y'all to do it all at the same time. No, you legitimately thought you were going to eat 100 nuggets. Holy shit.
I didn't know what I was going to eat, fellas. All right, I know.
Hey, dude,
I was
man,
the first one to
like
go.
Me, man.
I had
Be
no
unprepared.
expectations. I didn't know.
Somebody thinks highly of themselves.
Hey, now, it's called being prepared. He's a contractor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Measure twice, cut once, right?
Yeah, measure twice, cut 3 times.
Yeah.
Looks like a blind man cut it and a beaver chewed it off. That's my carpenter
Yeah, and on the flip
skills.
side of that, we've kind of learned too some of the little we were on a little streak there where we were sampling different shit every week, and we would just sit around and eat it and chomp into the mic.
Yeah.
So that didn't become too popular. So we tried to switch up how we do that. We still like sampling shit though and talking about it because lets people know when they see it on the shelves. Like, hey, DBT guys tried that. 2 of them thought it was good. 1 thought it was horrible. Let me try it out and be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm hoping our food segment comes back next week. God, I need some Prime Street.
I miss getting fed every week, man.
Yeah. So we've been waiting for them to come back. We don't want to harass them. We need them to give them their business back working. But, man, I can't wait.
I don't give a shit about COVID. Give us our food.
Yeah, give us the food. Give us the beer.
Needlessly begging Chapter Market to be a drop sponsor for us on social media. It hasn't worked yet.
That fried chicken, man.
That fried chicken, man. I had it twice last week.
Yeah,
it's dude.
Our goal is to be ridiculously fat.
Well on our way.
Damn, that's a hell of a goal to shoot for.
Well, I'm skinny fat. That's a thing.
Yeah,
that's
I
a
kind
real
of look in
thing.
the mirror every now and then. I just frown at myself.
I'm skinny fat, dude.
Okay, all right, that's good.
Nobody wants to see any of us with our shirts off.
No.
That's agreed. I don't, and I've never met some of you.
You haven't met 2 of them, asshole.
But you're guys, so keep your shirts on. So
yes.
Yeah. Or take it off and tuck it in your back pocket with your jean shorts, walking around.
There you go.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
With your mullet.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Rat tails. Rat tails were in.
Oh, rat tails in a boombox.
Heading
Street.
for my Camaro. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, so enough of that now. Enough about my high school days. All right, so I'm the old man here, I think.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
Just catching up.
No. Oh, coming. Okay, Rick. Okay, Boomer.
Oh man, Boomer, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I'm considered a boomer.
Yeah.
I'm on the verge. I'm on the line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So everybody, you guys are all from the area originally, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local Southern Marylanders, man.
I'm
Absolutely.
sorry. All right.
I got out for a little bit, but I came back like an idiot.
Right, but this is where you're from, so
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I was
All right,
born
cool.
here.
All right, no transplants here. All right,
No.
sweet. I like that. I like that a lot. That's
Okay.
Wow, dudes. I think we hit all the points. Let's talk about where people can catch your show once again. Direct them there. I know you got a Facebook page. Let's go through all the listings. Go for it, Jeff.
Yeah, Facebook, District Bar Talk, we post everything on there. Try to post some funny content outside of just our episode announcements and everything. And then for our actual episodes, you go to districtbartalk.com, listen there, or you can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, pretty much every platform that carries podcasts. You can find us there. Be sure, if you do, check us out, subscribe, leave a comment. Like and share. We appreciate all the love and even some of the hate. Just give us at least a 3-star review if you're gonna shit on us.
We had a woman completely trash our podcast. Like, she shit on our podcast in the whole comment section, and then gave us a 3-star review.
So all in all, we can deal with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm fine with 3 stars.
dude. That is an inspiring story, actually.
Yeah, you can say that we held you hostage and we're making commitments.
Still got 3 stars.
Yeah.
God, that's awesome.
I dig it.
That's the coolest thing I've heard in a long time. No, I'm serious. That's freaking cool as shit. So. Now, you guys, man, we appreciate it. Send us some swag. Actually, I'm just looking for a fucking sticker.
that's right, man. Your merch game is off the hook.
It is. Y'all got great merch.
Yeah, I'll be sure to snag a couple shirts for you guys.
I want stickers.
So you guys can rep us a little bit.
Yeah, and if you have any kind of posterage stuff, I got a spot on the wall if you want it. So
we'll have to bring. Have to get some. We have some stickers and stuff. We have stickers, coasters. We got some shirts. So yeah, we'll definitely hook it up for you.
Cool. I like stickers. I like stickers a lot. I want as many stickers as I can get.
Oh my god!
All right, yeah.
We've been on the call.
But you guys, that's great. I mean, your branding is awesome. I love the logos. I love the work. I love the dedication. Good job. Keep it up. I hope we can talk again in another 3 months or quarterly, as we said. And we're hitting our 100th or so around then. And then, bam, this is a renaissance time for podcasting in Southern Maryland.
Right.
I'm excited about it, man. We're on the forefront. We're the pioneers, you guys. Don't give up. Keep it going. I'm like Hulk Hogan over here trying to bust out, brother. Stay on the game.
No, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for having us on.
You guys are inspirational. You guys are an inspiration, man. Just keep it up. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, and we'll come on your show one time too. So don't forget that.
Absolutely, we'll set it up. Yep.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Dan Harsh will be on your show. Nobody will fucking call me.
No, we'll call you this time. We'll get you this time. And then, hey guys, don't forget, man, when you see our posts coming out about the show, like, share. Let's just share it out there, man, because this is your chance to tap into a new market of people that wouldn't necessarily tune in. So.
I know your listeners like drinking beer and bullshit, so there should be no reason they won't like our show.
That's right.
Well,
that's what I'm thinking.
It's a common thread,
we'll
man.
See.
Yes, sir. Well, Rick Mattingly, Jeff Butler, Buster Williams, District Bar Talk. It's been freaking awesome tonight. Appreciate you guys coming on the show. But if you got anything else, man, I think we hit it all the points, man. Anything else before we go?
No, guys, we appreciate it. Keep fighting the good fight. Doing what you do, and we'll talk soon for sure.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Well,
yeah,
perfect.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Yep.
See you guys.
All right, man, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you.
Yep.
All right. Peace. There you go, man. About an hour-long interview, dude.
Perfect,
we're just hitting it, man. It's just awesome.
You got to love it, man. These last 2 weeks with the podcast chronicles, getting fellow podcasters on. It just, what do you expect when you get people together like that talking? There's gonna be a lot of talking,
right?
Because that's what we like to do. We like to talk.
I knew it was a great interview because as they were answering the question, I had a bonus question that I had in my head, and I made my mistake that I always make, not writing it down, and the thought left my brain, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, and there you are with a pen and paper in front of you.
It's my fault. I've been popping drinks. I've been blowing it up.
Right.
It's my fault, but dude, that's why I know it was a good interview.
Yeah.
So we got access to them. We'll be back in another quarter or so. Hopefully, we'll hop on their show in a couple months. They're going to cross-promote. I mean, it's a great show, District Bar Talk. Available on Apple Podcasts, like they said. They got Facebook, YouTube, all the typical social media outlets. They're on there, so you can find them easily. And
yes, indeed.
Man, fantastic show. And it's just cool to hear them to inspire to want to win that award that we won.
Yeah,
that was cool, man. I think it's awesome, and God bless them if they get nominated and they beat us this year. I'll be the first one in line to shake their hands and pass it on to them and welcome them to the club because we're club members. We won the award. We're in the club. I love the welcoming in. If we go back to back, it's awesome. I'm down with whatever, man. And if I go up against them guys, I'll fight to the end. And it'll be fun. We'll actually probably go on each other's show and promote each other doing it. So.
Exactly. We'll have some fun with it because that's what it's all about. It's all about being able to talk shit with each other, but at the end of the day, we all support each other. So, if they do it, man, hats off.
Right. Welcome in.
If we do it, we're back to back.
Right.
Either way, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
It's fun, man. But
let's keep it in the podcast family, guys, shall we?
Right.
Come on. This is great.
That's exactly what I was getting to. So that's perfect, man. But, dude, episode 75. Alban, you're back in studio, dude.
Yeah.
We're hitting the marks. We're coming up on 2 hours almost in a couple minutes. Again, before we close out, shout out to all the sponsors: Southern Maryland Chronicle, Island Music, Allied Renovations, Christopher Lane Tattoos, Cooper Construction, and hopefully Prime Street Grill will be back next week. I will be sending messages. Got to get them back in the fold. I know they're operating. I'll send them fine folks a message and see if they want to get back with us or if they need a little bit more time. But
yeah.
I love that talk about their food again and to have some, so I won't lie. So that's a mutual beneficial partnership, and I hope that we can get it cranking again. So
absolutely. And just a hint or teaser, but no information yet, guys. Seeing who's still paying attention. There may be some future upcoming opportunities for some sponsorship. We will reach out and let you guys know as the develops.
As the situation develops. But the savvy listener will know what we're talking about.
That's right.
But yeah, man.
We always like to throw an Easter egg at the end of the episode, kind of, to see if anybody's paying attention.
Reward the people that are paying attention.
That's right.
So next week we're looking at our kickoff episode to kick off the summer music in Southern Maryland. It looks like it'll be back somewhat to start doing it. Yeah. And I think it'll be a perfect time. We got 75 episodes in. That'll be 76. The next 25 episodes will just center in on the Southern Maryland community, the music schedule, and just embrace each week as it happens. And we'll play it by ear. I usually book out 1 or 2 months in advance, but purposely, since this all started, I've been going week to week to keep it more fresh, keep it more relevant. And we'll see how it goes, man. But that's my goal. Next 25 episodes is Southern Maryland music scene, my priority, like it has been since day one. Shows are coming back online, and we're going to be here for the artists to come on and to promote their shows if they want to come on. Always, the lines of communication are open. Send us a message. Let's get you booked. I think we got some cool stuff coming up, but man, dude, 75 shows in, man.
We're three quarters into 100, man. Dude,
I'm still stoked, dude. It's
unbelievable that we are 3/4 away to 100 episodes. I mean, 75 is nothing to shake a stick at, man. That's amazing.
Dude, I was reflecting back on just certain week's episodes and what I was doing that week and everything going on, and I was like, what a journey we've been on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Dude, everything's been thrown at us, man. And all we wanted to do was, when we first started, was talk about some good old music.
Yeah, and then that got thrown at us.
Right.
Can't play the music we wanted to talk about.
Right.
Man, you listen to like those first like couple, episode 5 and 6. You listen back and you go, oh, wow, it's a lot different, man.
Right. I mean, it's a work in progress, man. That's the charm of these shows, you know.
You're watching a baby become growing, and it's an evolution thing, and it's growing up. And this kid is about to be like 6'2" here soon, and looking for the keys of the car.
Right. And we will be back next week with Island Music Guitar of the Week, a brand new Guitar of the Week too.
Wow.
So I'm super ecstatic for that. I'm still in bass mode. Don't get me wrong. I'm in bass mode big time, but I'm ecstatic to get Island back with a fresh new guitar, get some pictures going. I'd love to get my photography back going again.
Get a bass then for next week.
No, man, it's the Guitar of the Week, man. That's the charm of
bass is a guitar.
But you know what I'm saying. It's got to be the guitar. Trust me. Well, we'll do that one time. We'll do it one time, but now,
if we ever do my idea of a bass love episode, we'll have a bass.
We'll do the bass
instead of a guitar.
Right. I'm down with that. So
yeah,
we can do that. So that's cool. But now I look forward to get that cranking with Keith and the gang. I talked to Jack today.
The store's open, baby.
Yeah, store's open. Get down to Island Music already. They got everything set up to be successful. I was there today, dropped off the Guitar of the Week I've had here for 3 years, it seems like.
3 years.
So they got that back, so they know they can trust the show to do the right thing with their gear.
Yeah.
And like I said, I look forward to it. So that's coming up next week. I mean, dude, this has just been a fantastic show. The energy's been nonstop all night. I think the premiere night's going to be off the hook, man. And I look forward to you doing the premiere night video before the episode hits.
Yeah, I will do that this week. I know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've missed a couple here and there due to personal reasons, whether it be whatever. It's my business, right?
Right.
But we're going to get back on schedule with that this week. It's going to start happening again. So
Good.
Yeah.
That gets people excited. So.
Yeah.
And they like hearing from you like that. That's their time with you.
It is their time with me.
So, yeah. I mean, I got a couple messages from people going, I really miss them, man. So,
Yeah. See people from across the pond there in Europe on there at the same time chiming in. It's pretty wild, man.
Dude,
I didn't realize we reached that far.
Dude, we got my guys in Sweden. Yeah, man. That big contingent out there. Oh, dude, Argentina.
We're huge in Argentina.
Wow, dude. That stokes me out big time.
Argentina blows away the rest of the local region as far as
viewers.
It's
awesome, man. I love those guys down there and gals.
It's amazing, man.
So they got a passionate music community down there, so much so they look to other areas for their music communities. So yeah, man, those guys are fantastic. We love them. So it's all happening on our show, man.
Yeah. Wow. All right, Argentina, we love you guys. Thank you.
Right. But big shout out to Southern Maryland, man.
Of course.
I mean, this special area we got here, our scene, it's just awesome, and I don't take it for granted, and I don't think a lot of people will either anymore after all this is said and done.
Absolutely.
I think everybody got a little lesson learned.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what happens. That's the key takeaway.
Yep.
So I think I'm done, dude. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done, man.
We're coming up on it.
We're
dude.
looking good, coming up on it, and
almost 2 hours tonight.
Feels good to be in here, and I don't want to, stretch the old throat out too much. It's not like being on the phone at home. This is different, getting it back in the groove.
Right, man. I get it. Well, cool, dude. I think we'll sing at home, man. What do you think?
All right, let's do it, man.
All right, well, dude, it's the Guitar Gurus. We're with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We will see you guys next week with an all-new episode, and we're kicking off the summer of Southern Maryland next week on the episode of the Guitar Gurus. What do you think, man?
All right, everybody be good. Have a safe week. We love you.
See you later.